Hello everybody, and welcome to our first round here. This is a pretty good hand. I like it. It's a little clunky that we have the tap, the depleted power here in Crest of Fury, because boy, starting with the Oni Dragonsmith would be pretty nice. Although, I'm happy enough with this. I have a feeling that it won't live for very long anyways. I'm going to keep this on top. With our opponent playing Skycrag, I'm sensing a torch in our Dragonsmith's future. We'll see what happens. Nothing from the opponent yet. We could actually just strategize here, which might be the right way to do things. We're not able to curve out yet anyways, so I'm going to just see what we get. And, toss back 1 power. We still have 4. This will be 5. We should be able to draw more with Wisdom. I feel okay about this. Diplomatic Seal into Cinder Yeti. And I'm going to just play our Dragonsmith now, and we're going to torch that bad boy. Next turn we have Permafrost and Wisdom, or, if we're really, really lucky, we can hit into Crimson Firemaw and kind of go off. Either Crimson Firemaw or Pouncing Drake would be really, really good. Hey, there's the Pouncing Drake. And warped off the top, too. Which I particularly like. I'm going to attack this. I'm willing to trade the Pouncing Drake for the Snowcrest Yeti. It's unfortunate that they got the exact Aegis card there, because I can't imagine they had it before. Wow. Yeah, their draws had to have been really, really good after the Cinder Yeti. Maybe we get a Hailstorm. Wouldn't that be nice? Nope. Okay, we're gonna need to leave back the Dragonsmith here, I think. I really like the Rimescale Draconus at 6. I'm not sure what else I want to put on the bottom. We've got a lot of really good cards. I guess one of the Soulfire Drakes is probably correct. Let's do this. Permafrost that. And pass the turn. We've got some decent blocks. As long as we can buy ourselves the time, we're in good shape. Really prefer not to have the Dragonsmith die and trade it off here, but I think that I have to. And we will have, like, access to Wisdom of the Elders still, so we can probably get to Obliterate. Mortar, yep. Yeah, it's too bad. So, second sight gets us somewhere. We're going to start with the Wisdom. And no power cards. That's really unfortunate. Okay, I mean, at least that's something. Whew. So, Hailstorm and Obliterate. What are we going to play here? I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter. We're just kind of stuck with them. Unfortunately, we didn't hit any power, though, at first. Getting the depleted there is awkward. We're now down to just 7 life, and they've got 2 cards in hand. Very dangerous against Skycrag. Seems like a defensive Soulfire Drake. Not where I want to be. I think there's probably another Permafrost in our future. They haven't been playing a whole lot. Maybe a Mortar, but if it's something like Mortar, at least we're kind of stopping this. It's not going to face then, so that's a positive. What I'd really like is for our opponent just to spit out a bunch of creatures. Yeah, snap block that. And they just pass. Very strange. I'm going to keep that for pretty obvious reasons, I think. And then we'll Wisdom and see what we get. Obviously Thunderstrike. Apparently double Thunderstrike. I have a feeling that we're just dead here. No? What is going on over there? I'm going to play Thunderstrike, but not attack. I know that we need to put pressure on them, but they've got to have, like, a Champion of Fury or something. Maybe they're just slow-rolling us? Okay. So we can Obliterate and Hailstorm.
Now, fire!
I'll pop the Aegis. Alright, fine. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm gonna start attacking. We need to put pressure back on them. Vadius. Yep.
Time has passed.
Nice. We got Hailstorm and Torch to deal with it. It's too bad that we didn't have Molot and Nakova able to. Just need a little extra power and we're there. Yeah, this seems like the right way to do it. Kill Vodfather.
Wield the flame. Burn!
Awesome, and we've got the win. So Molot and Nakova with charge is pretty good. Just smash with both, and we get to hunt. Yes. Alright. Whew. I'm really confused as to what they were waiting on in their hand. Maybe they were just trying to, like, Pyro Knight and Ultimate in the same turn over and over. I'm not entirely certain. But that was dicey, and we somehow pulled it out. So let's go to game 2. Okay, this hand is acceptable, I think. With both a Strategize and a Second Sight, we should see enough cards that we get the firepower that we need.
Die with honor.
We're going to be against a lot of aggro decks, apparently, today. I'm willing to just trade this, I think. Maybe that's wrong, because I have the Hailstorm, but... Yeah, alright. I mean, if they're going to start with an Oni Ronin, we need to be prepared for stopping all this. Yeah, this looks like a Hailstorm. Maybe could wait, get some extra value, but... I don't want to let them snowball out of control either.
Come on, mister.
Got a really good hand so far. See what we get. Another Second Sight. And a Molot and Nakova. I'm going to put the Second Sight on the bottom. And then we're going to play another Strategize. And we get another Second Sight. This might be a Molot and Nakova this time. Just keep digging down. Eventually we'll get some big nasties. Wow, they are really all in on this aggro plan. Sick that that's the one creature that they War Cried onto, because that's pretty important for them. Alright, I think we can put the seat back. This is super awkward. Bottom that, and then Second Sight again. And hopefully we hit Hailstorm. We hit another seat that we don't want. Yeah, this is probably the game. I mean, we can play a Crimson Firemaw, but our opponents had a lot of gas and been super aggressive right from... And they're on the play, so it's going to be tough to beat. There's certain aggro decks that they'll have draws that it really doesn't matter too much what deck you're playing. You just have to have the right cards, you don't get there. And yeah, and this deck is just like so all in on very, very specific cards. They either get there or they don't. And this time they got there. Like, there's going to be a lot of games where they do not have this little power and this many like 1-drops and stuff and just curve out this perfectly. And it's going to be really dicey, right? Because they're going to walk into Hailstorms and stuff like that. But if we don't have it, and if they have a curve like this, then they're going to win every game that they do. So it's really a lot of coin flipping for that deck. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. We've got double scout. We've had a lot of trouble with our power. I don't think we actually have a bad power base, but... It's been just a little bit clunky, so I'm willing to keep it. Do we keep Oni Dragonsmith? Now, that's a question. Because we don't have any dragons that are really good with it yet. We want, like, Pouncing Drake and Firemaw. Thing is that we are going to Crest again, so maybe it's good. It's really, really solid if we can get one early. I'm going to try it and just see what we do. This is a very risky thing. I would not fault anybody for putting that on the bottom. It's probably even correct. But I just want to see if we can kind of go off here and try and dig down into the right thing. We've got a bunch of card draw, and we need, like, one of 8 different dragons for it to be good. So I don't think it's super, super crazy. Little bit greedy, but not insane. Unfortunately, we drew yet another power. So, this time we're having... And another power. Not having the power issues this game, that's for sure. Let's go Thunderstrike Dragon at least. As long as they don't kill this. Ah, sweet. Okay, they didn't. And we have a torch for that. Currently, Thunderstrike Dragon's good enough. And now you get to see the namesake of the deck. Scales and Steel. This looks like it's going to be Haru.
Trust in your skills.
Yeah, I can attack for 7. I'd probably do that. Yep. That being said, I get to crack back for a lot. And we have another Permafrost, so we're going to go... Attack. Can't imagine the opponent blocks. Smash that. And then I'm just going to torch that Thunderstrike Dragon. They can attack us back for 6 again. But I feel like we've got enough pressure the other way that that's a dicey proposition for them. Especially when we have this Permafrost they don't know about. I'd kind of like it if they attack here. Yeah, sweet, okay. Deal. I feel like I've got more than enough pressure back to make this good for me. Strategize first, especially before playing the power, because I might want to just bottom that. Yeah, let's bottom the seat, I guess. And we'll second sight, see what else we get. Might be something else that I care about. Ooh, Hailstorm's actually pretty good. Don't think I want to use it right away. It pops the Aegis on that, and it gets rid of the Unseen Commando, so it stops pumping everything. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could play the Granite in. Just as another little bit of extra damage. If they have a Harsh Rule, that's bad. I'm gonna wait. Their deck shouldn't play Harsh Rule. But, like, they might slam another Shelter Wing Rider, in which case I'd really want to play this Hailstorm. I guess, they're dead if they just play Shelter Wing, but... Like, Unseen Commando, Valkyrie Enforcer, something like that could save them, maybe. And Hailstorm just stops that from really being a problem. Well, they've got something to think about. I'm hoping that the thing they're thinking about is, oh my god, I'm so dead to these Thunderstrike Dragons. Please? Lightning does in fact strike twice. Alright, strategize. So that seems good to me. That feels like it means they don't have an answer in their hand. Uh-oh. Don't be Harsh Rule. Runehammer. Which is not enough to save them. They'd have to have something else here. They're dead to Exactsies currently. And... yes! There we go! And another win! Chalk that one up on the scoreboard. Okay. We have the second sight, but yeah, it's not enough. Need better mana base than that. This is much better. We have the Permafrost to deal with early threats. Wisdom of the Elders can draw us to what we need. I kind of like what's going on here. So far we're doing pretty good. 2-1 with this deck is solid. Ooh, I wonder if this is headgear. So you may have seen I recently was one of the broadcasters hosting the Eternal Tournament series, which is a very, very cool tournament put on by RNG Eternal. And there was a deck there that was a pile of, like, Mask of Torment, Devoted Theurge, Crown, Black Sky Harbinger, all kinds of weirdness like that that actually made it into the finals. So, and it was called Headgear because of crowns and masks, and it's exactly these colors. I get the feeling that it might be that, just because a lot of people like to play cards that, or decks rather, that came into prominence off of that tournament.
Tempered by the hottest flame.
I'm going to play this. We can Second Sight, put a Thunderstrike Dragon back on top, and we can play one next turn. If they don't kill us. Which, I don't know if they do. They have Lightning Storm. Okay, they really want it dead. Using a Board Sweeper on that is, I think, correct, but I don't think a lot of people would realize to do it. Oh, we could have Pouncing Drake back on top. That's too bad. No way that we could know that, and I mean, it wouldn't help us anyways. We're drawing it now. Still, it's so close when you miss out on those kinds of things, because that's such a sweet interaction. If we had it in our hand beforehand, then, you know, something we could do. Could have planned that out a little bit. Straight into Shadow. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of board wipes, apparently. I'm just going to hold on to this Obliterate. And do I want more power? I'm going to bottom it. We have enough to play Thunderstrike Dragon, Thunderstrike Dragon. We're going to get some draws in the meantime. I think that's good enough. Soulfire Drake is excellent here. Because now they can kill it, but it makes everything really awkward for them, because every unit's going to get charged now. Having a deck full of charging dragons is very solid. I honestly might want to up the Soulfire Drakes just because of that. Soulfire Drake has been pretty great when it's died. Excavate the Vara's Favor. That's certainly a thing. Oh, Thunderstrike Dragon it is. This one, unfortunately, does not have charge. So do they need 4 Shadow, or are they just desperately trying to get power? Feeding time, yep. And I'm just gonna play this Thunderstrike still. I don't really feel the need to Second Sight just yet. I know that we could get extras, but it'll be okay. We've got a lot of gas. Sure.
By the hottest
Dragonsmith. And then draw some more. Here's some power. I think that we're going to want to put away like a Permafrost. I'm not sure exactly what our opponent's up to, but doesn't seem like there's a lot of units. I guess I could have gotten rid of Hailstorm. That would have been more likely to hit nothing. Hit us with the Mazindal's Gift. Sure. I will at least be able to hit them with Molot and Nakova, and that might honestly be enough. So we can go attack. Molot and Nakova. And we have big flying Aegis Dragon, another one on the way, and I mean every top deck that we have is pretty live. So I don't know what their win condition is. Right now it's just a pile of kill things. It might be Solitude. Like, they might be going for the full joke deck, trying to mill us out. Stray into Shadow. That does pop Aegis, and gets rid of the other threat at the same time. Pretty crucial, honestly. I mean, it's a really good one. You get to hit pretty hard, though. They need some good answers, and they need to have us just not top deck. Because every card that we have is going to have charge or flying. Most of them charge. And there we go. Game over. Never get to see what the win condition of this deck is. I'm not sure what they were trying to do, but I feel like we've got enough value that we can overwhelm a lot of those kind of removal pile, super slow control decks, and that's honestly true of most decks, why I generally don't like them. There's exceptions, like actual tiered removal pile is different than this, but unfortunately, like, Harsh Rule is hard to challenge, honestly. Stray into Shadow is not quite on the same level. And anyway, in any case, off we go. We're going to do our final game. Let's go 4-1. Okay, we got to redraw this. We can't sadly do the back-to-back 5-0, but a 4-1 here would be nice. Ooh, and this hand is great. We finally have Crimson Firemaw. I don't think we've curved into a Crimson Firemaw yet. Didn't get the Oni Dragonsmith with it yet. But it's certainly possible that we can get there, and I really hope we can do it, because turn 3 Crimson Firemaw is insane. It looks like we're just not able to. We had to draw it that turn. Well, no, we can draw it now. Yeah, we still don't. Just gonna strategize. We can put the Fire Sigil on the bottom. We'll still have 4 for Crimson Firemaw, because we can go Crest of Fury and either Second Sight or Torch, and then we can Crimson Firemaw afterwards, and I think that's good enough. This looks like removal pile, or some kind of armory list. I need more power eventually, but I don't think I want it right at this moment. And we're going to wait on this because I might want a Torch. It's not super likely, but it's possible. Okay, it doesn't really matter what, because we're just going to draw it again immediately right now. And Firemaw on deck. Not an immediate removal spell, no Death Strike or something, but I imagine Wanted Poster Slay. Yep. Yeah, this person has foiled out a lot of their decks, so they've probably been playing very similar lists for quite a long time. Maybe even pre-nerf. Hard to say, but that's generally my guess. If you've got a bunch of foil cards, a lot of the time that's why it's one of your favorites. And Wanted Poster is not super common anymore. Yeah, this feels like the old version of this deck, honestly. And now Torch. Which you need shooting? You do, actually. We'll just wait. We've got Obliterate for the next threat. Just need a power and we can Soulfire. Wow.
Rise up or be cut down.
Ouch. Curve to Ikaria is nasty. Really good draw from our opponent. They've had a very, very good hand. Our hand has been nice, but it's hard to compete with this. And Runehammer. If we had kept that Torch, I guess we could have shot Ikaria and then... Wow, and then they immediately top-decked that. Oh. Yeah, okay. That is super, super brutal. So, I mean, we can Permafrost here. Super painful. I mean, I guess we can Permafrost and Soulfire. They have to have another removal spell, which maybe they do. They've been drawing very, very nicely. I mean, immediately top-decking the Warcry unit is the dream. Alright, yeah. Maybe our opponent would top-deck some things. Possible top-decks. I think that they were running a little hot. Very possible they were running hot. Well, 3-2 not bad. Hard to beat the Ikaria on curve into immediate draw of the Warcry unit that works with the Auric Runehammer at the same time for Xaxes, and then immediately draw the next Ikaria that also has Warcry on it. Yeah, that's a game that I'm willing to lose. There's very, very little that I'm going to be able to do, no matter what deck I'm playing against that. That was absolutely nuts. Super, super good top decks. In any case, I like this deck. I think it's really fun. You have to have a lot of legends, so I wouldn't recommend crafting it. I might change some things in it. Soulfire Drake was really, really solid, so I might up Soulfire Drake a little bit. It does mean that everything in your deck pretty much already flies, so everything has charge instead, and charge is really important for this style of deck because it means they can't really set up with like any slays and harsh rules and things like that to remove your creatures. You're always going to be hitting in for 6 or 7, and that's a lot of damage to have to take. So I do like that a lot. There's a lot of slow removal right now. Nobody's really playing Death Strikes. There's not a lot of Annihilates. There's a few, but not too many to worry about. So Soulfire Drake has been pretty solid. Other than that, I mean, Second Sight is... It's cute. I like it. You need more card draw. It's a little bit disappointing, so you might trim one for a Soulfire Drake. And I mean, it did cost us that one game where it has cost me games where I've thought that it was actually strategized and misplayed. So pay very close attention to that. Yeah, no, I do tend to like this deck, though. I think it's really, really fun. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And if you like the channel, please do like and subscribe. I know that we joke about that a lot, but it does help me out a bunch. So if you could do that, I'd certainly appreciate it. This is my full-time job. I do a lot of videos on every Monday. And of course, I stream every day of the week besides Monday. So this is something that you wonderful people have helped me do. And to continue doing it, I need your support. And that's just as simple as clicking that like button. In any case, I will see you next week, and thanks for stopping by.